Welcome to Harmonizing Minds, the podcast that dives deep into the realm of mental health and artistic pursuits, where we bring you heartfelt conversations and uplifting stories. My name is Larisa, I'm your host, and today we have a very special episode featuring a talented artist, Andrei Barbu, aka Atouck, founder of Soundsphere Netlabel and promoter of contemporary music and complementary arts, a gifted artist known for his soul-stirring sounds that resonate with the human experience. But beyond his musical prowess, he has courageously opened up about his personal battle with society perspective, depression, acceptance, and everything in between or beyond, offering a unique perspective of the intricate relationship between creativity and mental health. Together, we'll embark on an intimate exploration of Andrei's experiences, delving into the challenges he faced, the coping mechanism he discovered, and the transformative power of music. Through his candid insights and inspiring anecdotes, we'll gain valuable wisdom and practical tips for navigating mental health and finding solace in our own lives. Whether you are a music enthusiast, someone grappling with mental health, or simply seeking a deeper understanding of mental well-being and artistic lifestyle, this episode of Harmonizing Minds will be a beacon of hope and understanding. So tune in, grab a cozy spot, and let's embark on a transformative journey together as we unlock the harmony within our minds and embrace the power of stories to heal. Hi, Andrei. Welcome to Harmonizing Minds. When did you first interacted with music?
Hello, Larisa, and thank you for having invited me for this session. Well, let's say it all started when I was very young in kindergarten at a communist celebration. I had no idea what it meant back then, with all the parents from my class being the audience, and we were all supposed to recite and sing some specific things they told us before. Yet I paid no attention to that whatsoever. So when it was my time on stage, I just improvised, delivering a total anti-system performance of my designated song, making everyone nervous. And my family was like, "Oh my fucking god, what is he doing? He's going to get us all into a lot of trouble." And the other was like, "Nah, this is not good, and those lyrics suck. So here we go. We gotta rewrite them." And not long after that moment, and before I was supposed to be punished for what I've done, I witnessed the fall of Ceausescu regime, and everything was completely forgotten, making me aware of the fact that music is a potent tool for communication.
I see. Well, can you discuss the role that music plays in your life and the emotions it evokes to you personally?
Yes. Well, music is like water, air, fire, earth, and ether, all the elements. It's pure love for my own experience of this reality. Without it, I'll be just some mediocre soul wandering around without purpose, I guess. So, music gives me a perspective from which I can explore infinite possibilities. And it's fun as well. I will always be a part of me, that's for sure, and music is going to be a part of that, that's concrete. When I compose my own tracks or mix other people's jams, I feel just happy and satisfied. Doesn't matter if it's like own productions or DJs.
Yeah. Can you share a bit about your musical background and what led you to pursue a career in music?
All right, so when I was around 7 years old, my father introduced me to electronic music from Jean-Michel Jarre Vangelis, Tangerine Dream, Kitaro, Noi, Pink Floyd, and only to name a few. I was just blown away. So he used to play magnetic reels on his Tesla machine and have improvised electronic equipment for creation of twisted effects as a compliment, and he was in a band in the factory that he was working. And that really inspired me. Totally experimental stuff, full analog gear. That was super awesome for that age. Listening to those magnetic tapes became a daily habit, and it slowly stirred up something inside of me. It's like I knew I had to be a musician myself. I took it step by step, studying musical theory and playing with various instruments, starting with drums and acoustic guitars, then moving to on synths and voice and everything else. Yeah.
Amazing. What genres or style has influenced your artistic style the most?
Well, when it comes to genres, every genre inspires me. From noise, drone, ambient, trip hop, and IDM to progressive rock, krautrock, or even metal. From hip hop and drum and bass to techno, house, and the modern aspects of minimal and micro house styles. Everything else in between, also psytrance and all BPMs.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's all
Plenty styles around
experimental.
there.
Yeah, it's all experimental for me with a pinch of psychedelic, of course, because I love to play with all of them in my free time, depending on my mood. So I can go from 0 to 220 in an instant.
As we know, music is the transposition of feelings into sound. And of course, whatever you feel in the moment, that's what you are
Yes,
creating. Yes,
yes,
indeed.
exactly.
Are there any particular artists who have had a significant impact on your music? How have they influenced your sound?
Oh, okay. There can be so many and nothing specific. Anyone that makes music can have an impact on me and serve as an inspiration as long as they're doing awesome stuff.
Okay, great. What do you feel when you create or play music?
I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It's hard to grasp at words sometimes, but the feeling is that my mission here on this planet has something to do with this on a deeper level that I don't even understand myself completely. But it's something that I have to do. I just feel it. I just transpose it. It's like delivering messages.
What themes or messages do you strive to convey through your music?
My deepest thoughts, my pure emotions, and anything rooted in my present. All themes swirl around life, death, and everything in between or beyond. Each experience delivers its own magic, no doubt.
How would you describe your creative process? Do you have any specific rituals or routines that help you get into the creative mindset?
Well, I only make music from time to time, avoiding repetition and always looking for new rhythms and textures, depending on what inspires me. Once I have something in my mind and soul ready to be transcribed into sound, I just go freestyle. In my bedroom studio, I'll compose the first version, and then I'll take it to my label's headquarters when I can work with my friends and sound engineers in order to record the best version. And regarding rituals, when I don't have any specific one, just everything is super spontaneous. Yeah.
Are there any specific challenges or obstacles you faced in your music journey? And how have you overcome them?
Okay, so I've always felt that most people will not understand what I do, and I still believe that today. My music can either be very simple or very complex, depends on the conjectures. And the main obstacle is culture and education. In Romania, those things are almost non-existent. So what I do doesn't raise so much interest in very various people. The only way I made it with my music and my label releases was to go international, opening up to new cultures who are more educated in this domain. Even so, there are only a few who would explore this kind of experimental stuff, understanding it and truly enjoy. It is what it is, and yeah, that's what I like to do. I had moments when I felt depressed because of all of this, Yet my time and acceptance I pull through and maintain a positive attitude toward my work and my collaborators because I'm doing it for them.
See. Can you talk about a memorable moment or experience in your music career that has shaped you as an artist?
Okay, so let's pick one. It was around 2017 when I connected with my old good friend Valium Bro, which was a part of Subcarpa's crew, which was an internationally acclaimed band and local acclaimed band, and decided to record a modern hip hop album with influences taken from garage, breakbeat, dub, and full experimental electronica. So it was a success, and we had some amazing live performances all across the country. The most memorable one being the one at Arenele Romane in front of 10,000 people at least, rolling tape-wise tracks from the album with our guest artist. And it was then when I truly realized that I am good at this and nothing could stop in my sonic journeys, no matter the genres I want to explore, and make people realize that music can be very interesting and can be interpreted in a very various ways.
Amazing to hear that. What
Yeah.
about the balance? How do you balance your artistic expression with commercial viability? Do you feel any pressure to conform to industry expectation?
Hmm. Well, I choose not to be a part of the mainstream since the beginning. I truly don't care about that. My label has always been signed to name your price option on Bandcamp, so whoever finds out about us and our music is free to donate as much as he wants.
Amazing to hear that because, well,
Mhm.
music is there to enjoy, no matter
Yes,
the cost of it, isn't it?
it doesn't have to be a cost at all.
Uh, yeah, exactly. What role does live performance play in your music career? How do you connect with your audience during live shows?
All right, so I have to say that my live performances will always involve an immersive atmosphere created together with my collaborating artists and friends. It's my first choice. I can do DJ sets involving a variety of styles and genres, yet when I go live, that moment is very deep and explorative, and I like when people connect with me or us and become a part of that sonic journey we create. Yet those moments will be lost like tears in the rain, like that favorite quote of mine. And that's why we sometimes push the record button on, sometimes we don't. It's always better for our audience to participate to our live performances in order to connect rather than listen to the recordings. It's something interesting in between, definitely.
And what role does live performance play in your music career? How do you,
There is always time to grow with each experiment and recording, track or album and collaboration. There is always no pause and no pause moments here. Each moment is significant and evolution comes with practice, dedication and a distinct vision which can be easily shared all the time as time goes by. That's what I think
can you
about.
discuss
Mhm.
can you discuss any significant moments of growth or evolution in your music career? How have you evolved as an artist over time?
Well, it's always been something about not sticking to one thing. I have been going from 0 BPM, like making ambient music and experimental, from 220 BPM, mixing psytrance, high tech electronica in forests. So I never pulled back to anything that hasn't been there. I just like experimenting with stuff. Yeah.
Sounds amazing. Is there any
That's why.
particular message or impact you hope to make with your music? How do you connect with your audience on a deeper level?
Um, Nothing like that necessarily. I just don't hope. I do what I do and I feel what to do and then feel happy. And when there are people who like it and understand what I do, that's what I do. I open to speak and relate with everyone who wants to talk or collaborate with me or my artist at the label, and the audience is there to enjoy and discover more, of course. The connection is formed via the sound. If they feel in a certain way that sparks a smile on my face, that's it. And the smile face as well. So we're going to exchange smiles, and that's about it. And that's what I think. Yes.
What about your goals and aspiration as a music artist? Where do you see yourself in the future?
That's like the 5 euro question from the corporations. Well, I truly enjoy and I want to see the label grow. I want to see my artists grow. I want to see evolution in culture. I want to see more events. I want to see more niched events. I want to see people who are dedicated to understand more about underground expressionism, like music, art, and everything else in between and beyond. Yes.
Are there any advice or lessons you would like to give to aspiring musicians who are just starting their own musical journeys? As we know that you've been a great part of the Feeder magazine and you have interacted with countless artists along your work, plus your own label, uh, receiving
Mhm.
submissions for and tracks and releasing their music. You see that there are more and more upcoming artists.
Hmm.
So, what would you advise them?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not very good at advising other people regarding music, but doing what you feel is definitely the most important aspect. It's empowering and it has the right feeling to it. And my collaboration with Fidor.ro played a major role in promoting rising artists and consecrated ones, established ones. So I feel happy if they continue to pursue a career in music. As from my own experience, it just got me to the point when I can truly understand what people want, what people need, and what people deliver, and what people want in the end. And no matter how small or how big the party is, most important thing is for the sound system to sound good.
We all know that if you haven't got the right sound system, then no matter your music quality.
The music quality is actually it's important, but it's actually more important for the sound system to sound wise because I
Exactly.
believe
How can I hear your music if you present it to me on
yeah,
a
it's so very
I
interesting
can't hear
because
the bass, I can't hear the anything, the elements, anything on that.
let me tell you something very interesting. Like throughout my life, I had the chance to play from hip hop sound systems to reggae dub sound systems, which are homemade, to Function One, to Sonar Dub, mixing labs, and everything else. I mean, I played high grade and then manual made sound systems, and it depends on the genre of music that you're playing on those sound system and the way you're going to mix the frequencies on the mixer and on the limiters and everything else on how that sound is going to get to the people. So you can go to a reggae dub gathering. Okay, so we have like three sound systems, all the cables coming onto the main mixer, and you're going to play, for example, a track, and you're gonna cut the low frequencies where those low frequencies on that instance are not going to be heard anymore. Whereas for in an minimal techno party with function one doing the same thing on the mixers is not going to cut down those middle frequencies for all. It's just gonna stop them to a certain point that you're gonna have all the others crawling all back in and is rising up the pitch and stuff like that. And once you get used to those feelings of mixing different genres, I think that's a really nice thing because it doesn't get you bored in the end, especially when you're like that kind of artist that you're like dedicated to some specific genre or something, but you're rather dedicated to music itself.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about expressing what's your point into music. I can play this, I can play that, I can mix them around. Obviously, depend on the event you are invited to play
Yes,
and what they're
yes,
asking to do it. So, because you
yeah.
can't go with some techno for a minimal party,
It
they
can
they
be
will not
anything.
like that, or the other way around.
Yes, it
So,
can be anything. Sometimes I like to go to these like morning events when they all listen to like this lounge music and trip hop or super ambient lounge and stuff. Everybody's like just chilling down and like those 80-40 BPMs, and then goes the day and 4 p.m. and they like getting into the rhythm, so we have to bring some artists that are gonna rise the tempo to 120 and so on and so forth, and they're gonna do it in the genres that they like see proper for the people that are there and for the specific theme of the party, of course. Yeah.
I see. Would you like to share with us what is your next collaboration or the projects that you are excited about?
Okay, so right now, well, I'm working with my friend and sound engineer Constantin, aka Deus Ex Sounds, at some ambient psychedelic dub techno project as the Drone Hunters. We had our first release at one as Ricky Records at the beginning of this year, and we're focusing on experimental mixed genres, doing more dub techno and ambient. And I also have this project with the other sound engineer, the mastering engineer called Dan B. Bărbulescu as Barbar Jinx, and our first release was dropped on Scoromide Zorgon Dealers label on cassette. We made some
Wow,
experimental tech there, and we also have various other projects working with artists like Lala Misosniki, Mihail Tunaru, Gabriel Bobok, and other people as well. I mean, for this winter, we're pretty set up to record several other EPs and LPs, including my second part of my ambient wave session LP. And definitely the next year is going to bring some new things to the table. Yeah, we have some work to do, definitely.
amazing. It sounds like a very big project and you'll keep you very busy also. Yeah.
Yes,
Looking
it
forward
will.
to it. Really looking forward to it. Yeah. We stay in touch. We stay in touch for upcoming events, upcoming projects, and whatever is relating to our dear um, life, music, and art, of course.
Well, thank you so much for having me on this one because not so many people are really interested in this experimental niche and mixed blends of genres and stuff like that. But I'm really happy that you like it, and I hope this transmission helps other people to engage more niched styles or something and get their more audition.
Open up their speakers. Open up their speakers.
We have things going. We have things
And
going, and
connect
we
to
will.
more Wi-Fi's than only one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we always have things
we
going,
need
and
we
we
need to
always
we need to we need to play a little bit with the sound, because when we go deeper into the sound and to the level of understanding what sound can do to us, how can we heal on a cellular level, on the nervous system, on the any kind of organ from our bodies vibrating on the frequency, on the sound, then you
yes.
enter the meditative state, you can heal yourself. And what you do with your experimental sounds, ambiental, it's exactly what I said. You are able to heal a human being just because you are pressing play to a sound. So therefore, I'm encouraging everyone who's watching or is listening to this podcast. Number one of Harmonizing Mind, we have made it for this reason to make everyone understand that it's more behind of an artist, just the identity of an artist. And there is much more. And the way we express through our art is what is defining us as a human being. This is who I am. This is what I create. You like it? Please use it. You are very welcome. You dislike it? Thank you for coming. Thank you for visiting. I wish you all the best in your taste of music, art, and so on. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Andrei. It has been a pleasure to hear your journey in your music career as an individual outside of the music, your past as a child related to the music. And I wish you all the best on your journey.
Thank you so much for having me. It's indeed an interesting journey, and I just really hope that my experience will help others to let go of their fears and trust and believe in themselves and connect with other people in order to make the best version of themselves exist right here and right now. That's all I have to say.
Amazing. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Cheers, and
Aspire
thank
to
you so much,
inspire. This
Larisa.
is my favorite. This is my favorite motto ever. Aspire to inspire others, because we all need a role model, an example, in order to build ourselves and create
Uh,
more.
I love to believe the fact that our label was made by our artists, not just by my ideas. We're just there to keep them together. But I believe in them more than I believe in myself. I believe that this power is not just mine, it's for the others to share. And sharing is a great thing to connect with others. And connection is all that we need in this world that is like so very unconnected right now. That's like a thing to other people to consider and think about it.
It's all about unity.
Yes, of course.
I could have not done this podcast without you. There you go. We
Yes,
unite.
it
We
is about
unite
unity because
in order
without
to
unity and
create.
love, oh, look at those people waging wars for what? Oh,
Well,
let's
that's
get to the
we
point.
don't we don't
We
want.
don't do that.
We just create happiness and enjoyment and
We fight back.
heartbeat on a different BPM. Okay.
Music will always create eventual and cool moments for people to share and relate and feel the love passing on, so everything else will be better. That's what I think. Yeah. Cool.
Indeed, yeah. This is the main reason we go party, we play some music at home or on the headphones, or just for that feeling that it gives you, the music.
Yes, music is like
Even yeah.
is transcendental from the shamans dropping the drums 14 million years ago to now to these drum machines. It's just a
Can
different
feel
thing,
it
but
through all your veins, like
yes, it's kind of the same thing.
yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Give me some more. That's I don't wanna end this kind of feeling of yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool,
It's
cool.
the only language that we all can speak.
We
That
share the same
yeah.
thing. It's a common thing. It's a common thing. Everything. Yes.
And I hope and I know definitely that is never going to end this, because we need to pass it from generation to generation. We need to leave behind us, create a legacy. How on our age, how we found that music created by someone else who doesn't exist anymore, and it still give us goosebumps and inspiration or so on over the last 100 years. We have been through so many journeys and so many emotions, like a roller coaster. And right now, right here, we are the new generation that we are building a new legacy for upcoming people, inspiring them, give them illumination, and so
Oh,
on.
yes, that sounds really nice, and that makes me very curious about if like the music sounds like how it sounds right now. I'm very curious about how it will sound in the future. We already have this everything like kind of knowledge. Let's see where this goes. I'm super very curious how the PPMs will change and everything else. Like we all have this everything right now, but I'm very curious about the future. So yeah, that thing is going to last forever. Definitely, it's just going to change. It's
Yeah,
going to change.
it's more progression. It's more progression, more and more. How we
Yeah.
change the electro sound into we drop it down to the minimal, the big difference. Yeah, we went down so much into that. This is
Yeah.
how it's going to be with whatever we are having today. We're gonna go up and down until we're gonna create that wow factor, and the next generation is going to create different one. Let's see.
That,
Let's remain curious
yeah,
and
exactly.
open to experiment any kind of sound. It doesn't matter. Either you make a sound from singing on a leaf, like
Yeah.
traditional thing. They took a leaf from the tree and they were singing on the leaf and they were making sound out from the nature. Now we have the digital world where is I don't know,
It's
endless
possible.
possibilities in there. Yes, you can create
Exactly.
any kind of sound that you can imagine, from the heartbeat to the toes and back
We
again.
have everything at play. Let's see where this goes.
Exactly. Let's remain curious. Yeah.
We
Okay. Thank
gotta
you very much, Andrei. I wish you all the
thank
best in your journey, and I'll keep watching on your upcoming projects and anything related to what you do.
likewise, Larissa, and thank you so much for having me. And thanks everybody else who's watching. And have a great day, weekend day, Sunday.
Thank you very much. I wish everyone the same thing. I'm going to come back with some links, information, and I wish everyone to enjoy this inspiring Harmonizing Minds #1.